Scott Disick objects to Kourtney Kardashian's marriage and pregnancy rumors with Travis Barker. Welcome back to Binge-Worthy Network. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker are taking the next steps, and Scott Disick is not happy. Here is why Scott Disick objects to his ex-girlfriend moving on to Travis and the secret he had to reveal on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion episode. It's been only a couple of months ever since Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker made their relationship official. But this Hollywood couple is all anyone can talk about. From die-hard Keeping Up with the Kardashians fans obsessing over Kourt's new beau, to the reality TV family approving of this romance, it's safe to say that everyone is on Travis's side. Everyone except for Scott Disick. Because ever since Kourt and Travis began their very public love affair, the father of three has expressed his negative feelings and has even objected to the notion of his ex getting married. But why exactly is Scott getting involved in Kourt's relationship when he and the mother of his children broke up 5 years ago? And isn't Scott in a loving relationship of his own? Well, if you've been keeping up with the Kardashians for a few years now, then chances are you know about Kourtney and Scott's complicated relationship. From their on and off romance to jealousy issues and infidelity, Kardashian and Disick have never been on the best terms. According to insiders, instead of being happy for his ex-girlfriend, Scott Disick apparently became somewhat jealous of Kourt's new romance. A source told Entertainment Tonight, Scott has really distanced himself from Kourtney recently. Of course, they're still cordial when it comes to the kids, but they aren't hanging out as much or doing things as a family. The communication has become strictly just about the kids. The source continued to say how Kardashian and Barker's hot and steamy new love has rubbed Scott Disick the wrong way. He is glad she's happy, but it's definitely been hard on him. He doesn't like to bring it up, and it's a weird convo for him. At one point, the family was really encouraging Scott and Kourtney to try the relationship again, and it's a bit of an eye-opener for him that it's truly never going to happen. And yet, another close Kardashian-Jenner friend went on to explain just how much it bothers the father of three to see his ex with someone new. Despite the fact that both Scott Disick and Kourtney K are in happy relationships of their own, the friend shared, he is trying to adjust and be a grown-up about it, but seeing Kourtney get so serious with someone so quickly is not easy, especially someone they have known for so long. Scott has never been comfortable seeing Kourtney with guys, but this feels different. Kourtney is all in with Travis, and the kids like him too. It feels to Scott like they are merging their families and going full steam ahead. That has made him very uncomfortable, and he's trying to figure out where he fits in. Before Travis, Kourtney and Scott were together a lot, and of course, now that's changed. Scott has always held out hope that he and Kourtney will end up together, and this is the first time he feels like someone else might prevent that. He doesn't want to see or hear about it, but he's trying to deal with it as best as he can. As you can see, the father of three has secretly expressed his negativity towards Travis Barker, even though, in reality, Travis has been nothing but kind and loving to Kourtney. And the whole world sees it as well. Not only has the Kardashian-Jenner clan been praising the way Travis treats Kourtney, but diehard fans see how devoted the father of four is. So, why is Scott Disick so opposed and bitter about their relationship? Well, maybe it's because the father of three has been secretly in love with his ex-girlfriend for more than 5 years. But that's not all, because from Keeping Up the Kardashians' confessionals to him breaking up with Sophia Richie, here is why Scott Disick always thought he and Kourtney would end up together. Scott is always going to be in love with Kourtney, and that's something Sophia's had to face since even before she got serious with him. It's been an ongoing thing. It just became more apparent that his family was more of a priority than she was, and his family would be his main priority over anything and anyone. Scott even broke things off with his young girlfriend because of some jealousy issues that arose during his 3-year romance. When talking to his pal and Kourt's sister Chloe, here is what Scott confessed and why he ultimately had to call it off with Sophia. Even when doing that, I feel like she just started wanting to push Kourtney out, and I said that's the most important thing to me, is my kids, and that's my family and the only family I have, including you guys along with it. And she was like, I don't want to share you as a boyfriend with Kourtney. And then she literally said with an ultimatum, you have to choose me or Kourtney. I said, how could you even want that for me? It just became like an impossible relationship to keep carrying on with. Nothing in a million years will be worth what we have, and I truthfully believe if the right person were to even come along into Kourtney's life or my life, us having children and having this amazing relationship would only be a plus to the outsider. Life gets really weird when you're living with someone and then your world just gets so small and you're spending 24 hours a day with people. I mean, you can look at the news and see that people are getting divorced left and right, and I definitely think it did create a problem between Sophia and I. And I think we kind of saw some things in each other that weren't us being on the same page, I guess. Speaking of keeping up the Kardashians, many fans were shocked to hear Scott make a very interesting comment on the KUWTK reunion episode. When talking to Andy Cohen about Kourtney's relationship and her romance with Travis, here is what Scott had to say. I think if you really love somebody, you want them to be happy no matter what. So I do give her my blessing to be happy. Why would Scott use the word love when talking about his ex-girlfriend if there are no feelings attached? It looks like the father of three is no longer trying to stay quiet about his secret feelings towards Kourtney. Why else would he publicly say such a comment? Maybe it has to do with the fact that a marriage proposal is on the horizon and Scott simply can't help but get upset and angry watching his ex move on so quickly. As insiders shared to The Sun, Travis has been keeping the idea of a marriage proposal very close to his heart as he is getting ready to pop the question soon. And according to these insiders, Kourtney is ready for that big step. I think Travis has been planning the proposal for ages. Kourt's never been married and for years told Scott he wasn't interested because of her parents' divorce. She actually turned down Scott a few times, but things with Travis are different. They've talked a lot about marriage and the future. She doesn't want a show wedding like her sisters, just a beautiful, intimate celebration where it's about making a new family. And are you ready to hear about the most interesting part? Kourtney is ready to have a baby with her new beau, Travis Barker. Sources stated, for her, she wants to get to the baby part and feels like she's finally got her happy fairy tale ending and just wants it to all start immediately. Right now, they live in separate houses and there are quite a few complications to manage in terms of where the kids live. But they are determined they can make this work and that getting married and having a new baby is the right thing for the future. Hearing all about how his ex is more than happy in a new romance with her new boyfriend, it is understandable that Scott Disick is feeling uncomfortable and objects to the idea Kourtney Kardashian is getting married. But what do you think?